Good morning, everyone. Happy Labor Day. I am so excited for our annual, or I guess weekly, Plan With Me sessions. Today, we are doing a back to school theme. So I've gone ahead and grabbed different inspiration for us. I liked these. I liked these as well. This one definitely is going to be used. I love this eraser. And I liked the way that they drew the markers. This one was another cute one. Actually, this is the eraser I would like to use. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Lena. Okay. These we're going to be using for our live schedule. Good morning. Let's do this, you guys. Okay. So we are going to start off with our goal planning. Our theme is back to school. Hey, Jenna. Good morning. Are you ready for the back to school theme, you guys? Now, this week we are going to be focusing on color coding and focusing on those themes as well. So I have a little idea that is going to be quite cute. So let's dive in. I'm just trying to straighten out my elastic band closure in the back. And just for anyone who is new here, I want to welcome you all to Define. That Labor Day sale is happening right now. So many good deals. And if there's ever any questions as I'm on here, just let me know. This is the Define Planner. So we have our trackers all set up. Also those monthly calendars, hey grains. And now we're going to do this week's weekly. Again, focusing on that back to school theme, using different strategies, that color coding. My weekend was good. Really went by way too fast. I got to spend a lot of time outside, so that's always a good thing. How was your weekend? Everyone enjoying their Labor Day, their day off? Let's see. I'm trying to decide how I want to start this color coding. Oh, I'm so excited. I'd love to hear that. Doing anything fun? We're going to start, what is this one? There's no name. Okay. Now, I am going to start off with this week's pathway focus. So this week, to start this off, we're going to flip back to that monthly and see what we've been working on. And we are going to be focusing on relationships for September. So that's what we're going to carry over right here. Now, to do this, because you already know the drill, I like to make it a little more fun rather than just writing things in. So taking a look at these little doodles here, I think we could make something happen. Hey, Sonia, good morning. Happy Labor Day. I love that, Kestrel. I can just do a little stack of sticky notes. I think that's perfect. Oh, that's so nice. Did you get anything good at the farmer's market? I'm going to grab this Sharpie pen, and we're just going to do a stack of sticky notes. So to do that, I'm going to do it at an angle. So I'm just going to draw a little rectangle, and I'm going to have it coming off. So it'll look like that. And then I'm going to draw it straight down, so making it look like a 3D box-ish, and then just carrying it over like that, making those lines parallel. Same thing over here. And then we're going to color it in, and I'm going to do a nice, let's see, I'm thinking we go with, this is going to be for all our goals. So I want to pick a color that I can see in here as we are doing those colors together and that will like it consistently. Ooh, fresh peaches, gluten-free bread, and macaroons. Oh my gosh, I love macaroons. Let's do this one as, what is this color? I think this is what I want to do. I don't know the color of this because there isn't one, but we're going to go just like this. We're going to color it in. I'll start with those, but then I always end up going with the fine tip. And I'm using the Define Planner, the one that's currently pinned. Again, if there's ever any questions as I'm on here about this process, anything to do with the planners, just let me know. Okay, so, and I'm also just going to add this black line. I know technically you don't need to, but it's looking a little weird if I don't. And then we're just going to go, making it look like stacked lined paper. Our first doodle of the day is never going to be perfect. I'm not loving how it came out, but we're just going to go for it. It'll come together in the end, I'm hoping. Okay. So this is supposed to just look like a little stack of paper. It doesn't, but we're just going to leave it for the moment. Okay. Next, we're going to choose our monthly action item. So this is going to carry over from our monthly pathway, which is going to be have 3 meaningful distraction-free convos or activity. Absolutely. Okay. So this was the first one. This is your first set of inspo. Jenna just asked for me to show it again so she can screenshot. As well as, not that. Ooh, actually, this is the one I was going to use in our goal planning box. And then where was the other one I wanted to show you? This one. This one's another good one. And maybe this one, I don't know yet. I feel like I should not have done that relationships box looking like that. It was a little bit of an impulse thing and I'm not loving how it came out. So that's a little upsetting. I might grab a set of stickers and just cover it up. Where did I put those? Okay, I think that's what we're gonna do. Let me grab. Yeah, we're just gonna go like this. Absolutely. I just don't like how these came out. But will it cover it up enough? I think so. No. I think I just made it worse. We're going to come back to that later. Just pretend like this isn't happening. This sounds like a later problem. Am I wrong? No, I should have just left it. But that's okay. We're learning. Oh, pumpkin spice theme. That sounds like a good, more fallish one. I can't do this. We're just going to leave it like this, you guys. Sorry for that confusingness. This one was not a happy accident. I'm not even going to pretend. This one was just sad. I am. Thanks, Taylor. I'm just going to leave it. And we're going to move on. Okay. So for the monthly action item, I think it would be really cute to do the little lines and make it look like this part. So we're going to do this. We're just going to start with a pencil because you have to learn from your mistakes. And so I'm just going to start off with mapping out the grid. And it's not going to be anything too crazy. I don't care if things are equally spaced. I'm really just trying to. How is everyone's weekend going? Are you guys doing this alongside me? I want you all to grab your Define Planner. This is how we build that consistency. So right now we are focusing on our goal breakdown. This is how I always start off the week. Well, that sounds nice, Taylor. Actually, I support that. But I'm glad you're being productive. You're joining us. Makes sense. Okay, and then we're going to go just like this. So you'll see what's cool is that now we're going to go ahead and add in the little Post-it notes. You're trying, but the dogs are being jerks. You know what? That's totally fair. Come on, dogs. We don't need you to be jerks. Okay, so we're going to go, and I'm going to draw a rectangle. I don't want them to line up perfectly with this, though. So we are going to, well, I need it to line up here. So Perfect. And it's going to be a little rectangle like this. And then what we'll do is we'll actually just erase these lines here. That is why I did it in pencil first, because you don't want to accidentally go over them. That is something I do all the time, because it's so much easier to like do it and then, yeah. Anyway. So then I'm going to take a little, I think I'm going to do a little binder clip. I think that would be really cute. So we're going to go and just draw this. It'll have that little middle, the two uppers, and then bring that up like so. Perfect. And then you won't see the full top of the binder clip. And then we're going to do that same thing over here. So that way we're breaking down our monthly action item into our weekly, which this always makes more sense once you get to see which action items we list. Okay, so then this, like this. What are you all working on for your goals this week? Yes, there are clipboard stickers too. I wanted to do a little more drawing, and I've used a few of those already, so I don't really have the little binder clips left, and I like to I think it's really fun to draw, but you can totally use those binder clips in the purposeful planning pack as well. I've already used mine up. That's always a good sign. I love being able to use the stickers up. Let me just grab the ones that we're talking about though. Oh my gosh, because I'm dumb. Oh my gosh, Taylor. You know what? That's really bad. Okay. I didn't mean to do that. You know what? That one hurts. I can't believe I did that. Oh my gosh, Taylor. That was so painful. Okay. Oh, that one's sad. Wait, that's awful, you guys. No, you're so right. Oh, well. I like that attitude, you guys. We're going to pretend. Let's just do this again. We got to redo. We'll figure that problem out next week. We'll cover it up. It'll be totally okay. Okay, so let's start off here. That's too comical. Okay. No, don't be sorry. Oh my gosh, good thing you told me. Because now I still have time to go back and change it. That's so silly of me. Well, now you guys, we get to fix relationships, and I get to plan ahead of time on how I'm going to fix that. Let's take a step back. Let's make sure we're doing the right week. That's a Monday for you. Okay, welcome everyone. Exactly. Most of it's in pencil. So we're just going to do that relationships one again. Make sure it looks a little cuter this time. I'll go ahead and erase it. We're going to tackle that next week. I am going to make sure that we like the way this one looks now. You know what? Happy little accidents. We're going to pretend that didn't happen. Okay, starting over. Let's add in that relationships box right over here, you guys. So what is everyone's goal for this week? Ours is going to be that relationships pathway. You know what? Happy do-over here. I'm okay with it. Thank you so much, Taylor, for letting me know. I think I just saw Sarah come on. Yeah, say Sarah. Exactly. That's what I'm going to do. And it's like it'll never happen. I'm not worried about it. Actually, I'm kind of happy about it. Okay. What are you guys working on? Eating 3 meals a day. Okay, not just. That is important. I think that's so great. We cannot, like, I've learned over time, the way that we say things really does matter, you guys. So do not think of it as just eating 3 meals. Yes, I could see that. I'm just going to grab a little gray here. Amazing. I love that, Taylor. Now you get to really reset. Okay, we're going to do this again. Where did I put the Sharpie pen? It's right over here. And we're going to write relationships. Wait, I already like how this looks, so I'm glad we messed up. Perfect. Now we're going to do this one again. Down here. And now that we've already done it, we're going to actually do these a little differently. We're going to start with the boxes, and then I'll do the background. It'll make life a little easier. And we're going to draw that binder clip, which, yes, I do recommend you guys using those stickers as well if you would like. Instead of having to draw them yourself, it might make your life a little easier, which, hey, do I use the stickers for the month and then weekly write it out? I don't have an exact system. It honestly just depends on what I feel like that week. What's interesting, like, so for 1 week I did use the sticker. It really just depends on my mood. Yes, we have our Mystic Michaela manifestation sticker sheets available. The rest of our stickers are sold out. We are working on getting them in stock as soon as possible. So as soon as I have those back in stock, they will be up and ready for you guys. Oh, these are. I do have them. Oh, we'll totally use those. Yes, I know. They're a little big. Yeah, I don't want to use those for this, but I really like that idea. And then we're just gonna do this right like so. Whenever I'm drawing a straight line, I try to use like a reference point. Oh, thank you. I am not that good. But that is a very nice compliment. And then, perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead and just trace over those. Just like so. And then we'll do the same thing over here. And then we're going to go, and I'm just going to trace them over, fixing them a little bit so they're more straight and they match each other. And I'm going to do it so that way it looks like the clip is actually over it. You'll see what I'm getting to in a moment here when we go ahead and do the background as well. And then just like this, fixing any straight lines here because, of course, pencil means that nothing is permanent. And then we're going to do the same thing over here, lining these up together. I use these so much that you can already see like that tip right here is getting a little worn down. And then carrying this over as well. Now, this week, we are going to be talking a lot about color coding. So when it comes to these, I'm going to choose a color that I also want when it comes to adding them into our weeklies. And so we'll dive a little bit more into that as well. Now, again, as I'm on here, you guys, any questions, just let me know. This is the last day of the TikTok Shop Labor Day sale. I just wanted to make sure you guys know about it because these planners are on sale for $20, which is insane. It's the best. Oh, you love color coding. I do too. It's fun. It makes anything look pretty. And it also is really good for the mind to visualize what's going on. Now we're going to do the background. So making it look like one of those wire boards. And we're going to start by going the vertical way. Now you just want to make sure that you don't draw like over what you're doing, but we're going to start the first one right here, just a little before the actual box itself. And then this is when I mentioned that you want the binder clip to line up. I wanted to make it so it looks like it's wrapping around that wire as well. I don't want it directly in line with the sticky note, otherwise it'll look a little confusing. But we're just going to go like this. And then it doesn't have to be perfect in terms of spacing, but we're just going to eyeball however we want. Okay. And then we will do it vertically as well. Amazing. The crickets are out today, you guys. They're so loud. Can you hear them? They are so loud. It's insane. Like, I can't get over it. It's kind of annoying. But it's funny how like, oh, thank you. It's funny how like they become such background noise. Yeah, right? Okay. They're so loud. It's insane. Good morning. Like, it's crazy. It's like my own sound machine all the time. And then we're going to do the verticals. And for this, we're going to start it a little bit earlier. So it's going to look like it would go this way. No, you're so fair. Wait, what is a Chicago? And then, oh my gosh, that would drive me mad. I don't get it. They're so annoying. It's crazy how loud they are. Okay, that was not evenly spaced, but just go for it. It's totally fine. We'll live. Okay. And I don't want to add another. Okay, you are sitting outside. You know what? That always makes things louder. And then we're just going to go ahead and add in. I'm seeing that they do 4 little dots that I think is just a cute little addition. So like that. And then I'm just going to keep going on a downward with these ones. Okay. Perfect. Happy Monday, Andy. Happy Labor Day. And then this right here. These are going to be half of them, so we'll just go like so. And then we'll finish it up by doing this side. This one, the 4 probably could have been just 2, but that's okay. And then we're going to start, now we can dive into our goal planning. So we are going to use let's see. For the color of it, I'm going to leave the actual note white for the moment. We might come back in color. I don't think we're going to, but I kind of like how this looks. So instead, we're going to take our marigold highlighter and actually not the marigold, more of like the orangey one. So it's kind of like a marigold, but not quite. And we are going to outline it just like so, the 2 bottom corners. And we're going to start by carrying over that monthly action item, which again have at least three meaningful distraction-free convos or activity. So I'm going to grab my black Pilot G2 pen here, and we are going to carry that over. So because this is the first week of September, I wanted to start by focusing on our September goals so we can really dive into that process. I'm just going to move my inspo a little farther over. So have at least 3 meaningful So it depends on which ones you get, Jenna. It's a mix. So like this one right here, it doesn't. Some of them do. It just depends. No, you did not. And then what's amazing about this goal planning system is that we have designed it so you are making consistent progress over time. And so your weekly goals are all about being intentional because one weekly step is what keeps the bigger monthly goal more realistic and consistent. And that is how over time you'll actually notice a shift in your progress and keep building that momentum. So for instance, on a monthly basis, if this is what we're working on, then we have to see, okay, so what do I want to work on? How can I incorporate this on a weekly basis? So for us, we are going to schedule in 3 phone-free times with loved ones. And we're just going to color in those as well. For those, we're just going to grab this color because I feel like this is a good combo with it. Amazing. Now, the next thing I like to do then is to choose an affirmation for this week. I like to choose something that's going to align with our goals. And so this week, I was trying to come up with one that would connect us with that deep, meaningful connection, distraction-free, but also the purpose behind it. So this is what I came up with for my positive affirmation. Let me know what yours is for the week as well in the comments. Ours is going to be, I show up with presence and care in my relationships through small, thoughtful actions. And so I am going to turn this positive affirmation box into a little sticky note, kind of similar to this. So let's go ahead and I'm going to actually make it look like this one, but make it be bigger. Ooh, actually, wait, I have a cute idea. We're going to make it look like this one. No, that wouldn't work. Hold on. let's say. Yeah, I like the sticky note idea. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, that's what we're going to stick to. Okay. I'm going to grab a ruler for that because everything looks better when you are more intentional with it. But just so I don't forget, we're just going to go like this. Because I'm going to give it some washi tape look, so it's going to look like it's taped to the corners. But we're just going to do the bottom 2 corners. Okay. And then like this. We're going to bring it down to that spot and then connect it here as well. And then we are going to go ahead and, yes, you guys, thank you for sharing this. I appreciate it. Keep liking it. Make sure you're following. We do this every week together. Hey, Spooky. Good morning. Happy Labor Day. Just like that. And then we're going to make these 2 like this. And for our affirmation, we are going to, hey! So when you say journal planning, do you mean like our weekly planning sessions? That is what we are doing right now. And I also, because here we use the Define Planner, this is our signature. And so we always set up our monthly reflections together, our accountability trackers, monthly calendars, and our weeklies, which is what we are currently setting up. I also do journaling check-ins as well, different journaling workshops. Is there anything in particular you're looking for when you say journal planning? I'm going to write our affirmation, which is I show up with presence. I always presence? I think that's right. Hey, Lynn, with presence and care in my relationships. I think I wrote a little too big. In my relationships. Oh, no, I didn't. Through, not big, but I meant I should have started up taller. Through small. Oh, there we go. That's perfect. Thoughtful actions. That's why I like the A5. It gives you plenty of space. Hey, Cindy. Good morning. You do digital. Okay, we do have digital as well. That's amazing. Welcome to the Define community. The next thing I like to do is, here is where I then go in and I actually add in our live schedule. So that is the next thing I like to do before I go over these and how I fill everything else out, is once our live schedule is in place, we're able to then plan around it, because that is what is already set in stone. And we want to make sure that we balance that time wisely. So for these, I was thinking of doing push pin sticky notes. So these right here. So these are going to represent our live schedules, and based off of the type of class or the type of live, that will be a consistent color as well. Thank you. My weekend was good. How was yours, Spooky? You enjoying this Labor Day? Okay. So we're going to start by grabbing in that black Sharpie pen, and this is going to be based off of our live schedule. Now, we are actually going to start by drawing the little push pin. So, that will look like this. These are our August starts, and so these ones will take you from August 2025 to July of 2026. And then what I liked about the reference photo that I have is the little fold over edge on some of them. I'm not sure if it's necessary. I see it on, but so I'm liking it on the bottom actually, instead of the top. So for this, we're just going to draw some straight line here. And then we're going to bring it down. Now, I am going to make them straight. You can make them look a little like rough around the edges so they look like they're coming up a little more. For ours, to make them look like they're coming up, we are just going to round this bottom right corner. And then draw in a little circle like so. No, we do not. So the way that these work is that these will take you from August 2025 to July of 2026. And then we have a January start planner, which will be out in around October. I actually don't know what my nail polish color is. It's Essie, and I want to say it's like a... Hold on, let me get the exact name. I think I might know what it is, but I want to triple check for you. I think this one is the topless and barefoot color, but I'm not 100% sure what I ended up going with. I think, though, it's topless and barefoot. Okay. And then, yes, so right here we have this right here, guys. I currently have the one I'm using pinned. This is our signature here at Define. It takes you now to July of 2026. The OPI Bubble Bath's a little lighter. That one's super popular. I've been really liking Essie. I feel like it's lasting a lot longer on me. So for all of, okay, we're going to color code these because I want to focus on, right? That's amazing. Do you have like a favorite color? Nails. We're talking about nails. Always comes back to the nails. Aw, Lynn, welcome to our Define community. I'm so happy to have you here. Yes, absolutely, Michael. So the way we have this set up is that before your monthly calendars, you are going to have your set of trackers. And these trackers, the purpose of them is to help you have something to check off every single day, as well as setting a grounding intention. So there's word of the month. You'll have birthdays to celebrate. There's books to read, movies, TV shows, podcasts, that fitness tracker with that key, water tracking, daily routine. There's a mood tracker, budgeting, and favorite moments. And then you'll find your monthly calendars. And so a unique part of this planner are the the goal breakdown system, where on a monthly and weekly basis, you take those goals and you break them down even further. There is gratitude. There's inspirational words. There's people to contact, places to visit, notes, important tasks, and topics to learn. And then right now we're doing the weeklies, which have those morning, afternoon, and evening boxes, quotes, affirmation box, to-do list, projects, work reminders, personal reminders, and meal planning. So if you find those trackers a little overwhelming, what I would do is start with one at a time. Always set a word of the month and keeping track of the birthdays to celebrate, but then maybe you prioritize your fitness. Because part of the reason why you might feel a little overwhelmed is maybe you're a little, what's the right phrase for this? Like nervous, or maybe they feel a little intimidating because you're going from 0 to 100, but you don't have to. I want you to take that intimidation factor out and start to think of this as an exciting opportunity for you to have something to check off every day. Oh, that is a next week's box. So that's a next week's box. You could also stick with your mood tracker for a month and add on as you go. So if in September you want to really try your hand at the fitness tracker, great. You don't have to start from 0 to 100. You can build as it goes. So our B5s are officially sold out for the mid-year round of planners. We have all of our A5s left in stock. Those B5s will be available in our January start planners as well, which you can sign up for updates using the link in our bio. And then the last thing I wanted to mention too is that in the beginning of this planner, I am using an A5. Part of our goal planning system includes self-reflective prompts, and these are what we set up together during our classes with Caitlin. And if you ever can't make a class, we also upload those to Red. There's a personal mission statement, a vision board, and your goal planning. So I'm going to keep going and adding in that live schedule, you guys. But again, great questions. If there's ever any more, just let me know. So we are going to take our, I'm thinking light green for this part. And this, these are going to represent so. Yes, Spooky, thank you. So the way that I do these is that I am color coding. Yes. The January starts, the B5s will be available. I do recommend signing up for updates on those at the link in our bio, just so you are one of the first people to get notified when they are in stock. So our live schedule is going to be done not only on these sticky notes, but also through that little color coding technique. So our different types are going to be different colors, and you guys will see what I mean. Let's also go like this. I like to start off with the thumbtack. This one, you can see the thumbtack will just be a little higher up. It doesn't matter. Just like that. And then, what color should I do this one? This is our plan with me. So for that, we're going to make it the same color as, I'm thinking our reading sprint, because I don't want too many colors on here. Otherwise, it'll be a little overwhelming. But I want our classes, our normal lives, and things like that. You've been gifting planners. That's amazing. That is a helpful gift right there. That's the best kind of gift. Practical, one you love. Actually, we might do this a little, how should I do this? Because when you go about color coding, you also want to make sure it's not overwhelming. So no, we're going to stick with what I was thinking, actually. We're going to do that plan with me as, let's make it a blue. No, I really like this blue, so I want a little more of the blue. No, we're going to do the blue. It's totally fine. This is going to say, plan with me. And then I'm actually going to color in the thumbtacks the same color as well to give it that even more of a color coding. Okay. And then This always takes the longest because we have so many lives each week. So bear with me. 11 o'clock, plan with me. Can you guys read that okay? Yes. Okay. And then I like to add a little gray just to give it a little shadowing. And then tonight, these are going to be the same colors. Oops. Okay. Okay. I made the mistake that I was telling you guys earlier not to do, and that is you draw the full line and don't leave space for something like a thumbtack. It's easy. It's so easy to make that mistake. But I love using this. This is how you're going to fix it. This right here, the Bic cover up. Just like that. You don't even know it's there. That's amazing. Okay. And you guys, today is the last day of this TikTok Labor Day sale. So make sure if you have a Define planner in your cart that you're not hesitating. Such amazing deals happening right now. Our academic planners are also on sale for just $10. So many amazing deals. And then labor. Okay, and then I'm just gonna color this. It also covers spilled coffee. That is honestly good to know. We love that. And then we're gonna go ahead and add in tomorrow's. I keep doing it. You guys, what is going on with me? Like, just like that. Yes, this is the one I recommend. It is the Bic Cover It tape. It is the best. I love that I finally remembered to pick it up. I kept forgetting. And so I wrote it on my to-do list. And so I can't forget. That was weird. Oh, wait, that's so smart. Okay, and then we're going to keep adding in. So this always takes the longest, like I said, and then we'll dive into the rest of it. Amazing. Ah, weird, what did I say? That's weird. Okay. And then we have our classes with Caitlin. So for those, we're going to make them our bright yellow so they stand out. Those are going to be, again, tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern here on live. I'm going to draw that thumbtack first so I don't make another little error. And so tomorrow we will be going over how to set up Define Your Year. I'm just going to let it dry for a sec, and then I'll go back and do it. And then, oh, I almost grabbed the wrong color. We're going to grab the yellow for this one. And so all of these times here are in Eastern time. And so this is going to be Define Your Year classes with Caitlin. Now, because yellow you can't really write on, I'm just going to do it with the black pen and it'll make it stand out even more, which we love. So we are on Define Your Year class. I forgot to write the time, 3 o'clock. And then at night, I'm going to do this one in blue as well. This will be our 60-minute reading sprint. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. So for those of you who are new here, welcome. But I'm also wanting to show you I host the One More Chapter book club once a month. And so in September, we are reading The Lost Bookshop. And we'll be meeting September 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern here on TikTok Live. So I want you guys to all register for that and join us every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern to make some time for yourself to read that. We do a 60-minute reading sprint from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern. It's such a pretty cover. And I will be reading The Lost Bookshop starting tomorrow night. The Lost Bookshop by Evie Woods. There is an event made as well that you can sign up for to get notified when we go live. That is on our profile. You can read whatever you want during the reading sprint, but it's a great hour to just make sure that you are staying on track for our book club pick. Are you going to join us, Angela? Who on here is joining us for September? Yes, Lynn. Oh my gosh, wait, that's amazing. Oh my gosh, spooky. Oh my gosh, Angela. Leah, hey, how long is the book? Great question. It is about 427. I am using the A5 size, so 5.8 inches by 8.3 inches. I love this size. It's also available, the Lost Bookshop's also available on Kindle Unlimited if that's what you use as well. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern on TikTok Live. And then our book club is going to be Thursday, September 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Now we're going to go back and color that one in. I don't know why the screen is giving me a hard time today. And then I did it again. Really gotta stop doing that. We're just gonna make it work. I'm just gonna add it to the design on this one. So there we go. That works. That's another option. I didn't feel like whiting it out again. What is it, Cindy? What's your idea for a theme? What theme would you like me to add to the votes? Yes. Oh my gosh, I love a book theme. Absolutely. We can do that. This one is also going to be. And then we're getting there, you guys. Thursday, we also have, I'll color that in a second as well. And then down here, I'm just going to keep going with what our live schedule is, and then I'll go in and cover them or color them in. But that way it makes it a little smoother of a process. And then this one right here. Amazing. Perfect. Did I add a sticker of some kind on the bottom right page over here? No, I did not. This I just doodled. And don't be sorry, you're good. That's what I'm here for. And then now we're going to go ahead and add these in. Being careful with our color coding again. So Thursday morning is also going to be this green one, I believe. Let me triple check. Yes. Okay. So this will be green, and then these two will be green. Perfect. Yes, so this is a part of our goal breakdown system right here. So you take those monthly action items and you break it down into a weekly action item. So normally it'll look like this. I don't know why. Okay, there you go. So that is how it's set up. And there's also a full page in the beginning of this planner walking you through that goal planning system. And you can make it look however you want with your pen. And then I believe same time Friday. Yes. Okay. Define. And then the last one, you guys, we are almost there, is the yellow for our other classes with Caitlin. So Thursday is going to be personal mission statement. Don't think I can fit. That works. Great. Now I want to go ahead and add in how I like to do this, which is I add in our to-do list. So I actually switch gears a little bit. So right now we are sold out of our stickers. We do have manifestation ones still available though. So I would recommend these ones or grabbing a notebook. We have journals. There's a lot of different options for you. We are working on getting those stickers back in stock as soon as possible. So these manifestation stickers are going to have 3 sets of stickers in here. So these are going to include angel numbers, different affirmations, those angel numbers. Yeah, absolutely. Let me show you what you might like, Michael, is also our notebooks or our journals. So let me just take a quick moment here, if you guys don't mind, to show you there are. So we revamped those stickers relatively recently, actually, Sonia. Oh, I'm using this notebook, actually. So let me just show you the one I'm currently using. Hold on. Let me grab this one, actually. This is the one I have closest to me. We have all those different design options, though. But what's nice is that these are those 7 inches by 10 inches. And they are 100 GSM bright white paper, college ruled. They are my absolute favorite. I use it every single day. It's smooth. It's bright white. These are the best. So if you are someone who likes to take notes every day, have that spot for brainstorming, this is what I recommend. Again, all those different color options. I love the Starry Sky, the Scenic Valley. There's so many good ones. If you would rather a journal, we also have those. Let me show you what those are as well. Great questions, you guys, today. If there's ever any, that's what I'm here for. Just let me know. This is the Desert Moon Journal. And these are also going to have that bright gold to match your planner with that matte gold trim all around. Yes, you did last house. That is amazing. They are such a good gift set too. And these are 120 GSM ivory paper. Perfect for daily note taking. You could also use it as if you need like a password book if you want to write daily intentions. So these are another amazing options to pair with your planner. I love our journals. Such high quality. Let's see. No. So the notebooks are going to be a 7 inch by 10 inch. Let me just grab it. Ooh, drops it. The notebooks are the larger option. We have revamped the Starry Sky, so it does look a little different now, but this is that comparison between the journal and the notebook. So the journal is the same size as the planner. The notebook is going to be 7 inches by 10 inches. And it's college ruled. So these are another 2 great options. Also, we have magnetic bookmarks. Those are another good option. Or the Navigate Journal. Hold on, before I show you those bookmarks, let me show you the Navigate Journal because this is also a charity journal. So this, for every Navigate Journal sold, $1, which is equivalent to 10 meals, is actually donated back to No Kid Hungry to help support the fight against childhood hunger. So this is another amazing option for you. And the difference here is that every page is going to say navigate each day with purpose. And it will give back to No Kid Hungry with every purchase as well. Let's see. So I'm not just a great journal, but also such a great cause. And then the one other thing I wanted to show you guys before we keep going with our plan with me is... Absolutely. Let me show you these 2. I don't know if I have any golfers on here, but if I do, these are what you guys need in your life. These are my favorite booklets. These are going to be... Where did I put it? Right over here. So this is the golf booklet, but there's also the adventure one. And they both come with the cutest pens. So the adventure booklet's going to say every journal tells a story. And the golf booklet comes with this really cute pen. And yes, it's a putter. Like, that's so cute. And starting off with that golf booklet, these are going to start off with a quote. And they include golf talk. So not only are you going to play like a pro, but you can talk like one. They also make great stocking stuffers. There's club distance, your score sheet, And you can record 25 total scorecards in here, giving you that different space for course, location, total up those bogeys, birdies, pars, etc., and do a little reflection. These are the best gifts for golfers. I can't emphasize them enough. The other booklet option that we have is going to be the adventure booklet, which is another amazing memory keeper. So whether it's those little moments every day or those big adventures, you're going to start off with a quote, have that bucket list, and your completed adventures. 25 total adventures or memories can be recorded in here, giving you ratings, what the adventure is, location, first impression, what did you do, highlights, meals, review, and tips. So these are both such good booklet options. These will be what your pages look like. They come in cute box sets. These are a great stocking stuffer too. So it's never too early to get ready for the holidays because they're somehow going to be here before we know it. So I do recommend, like Michael said, to get that free shipping to pair it up with something else as well. So if there's ever any questions or anything you guys want to see, don't hesitate. That's what I'm here for. If there's not, I'm going to just keep going with I wanted to highlight these as well. Give it those little shadows. Or even if there is, you guys just let me know. And then we're going to carry it over. Perfect. And then Okay. Amazing. Now, what I wanted to show you was the next step in your weekly planning session is I like to add in the to-dos for the week. So I like to go through and see what has to get done. It can't get carried over any longer. Yes, let me grab them for you. Let me grab those too. Okay, so I am using the blue one right now, actually. So this is that beautiful blue option, and they all have the matching elastic band. Or the Scenic Valley is this one right here, with that wraparound. So this is going to have those different blues up here that give you that sky look, with those different yellows, greenish, and the reds right down here. Or you go with that solid blue. They are both cool. I like them a lot. It depends on whether if you want that bold pop or if you want the scenic. So you mentioned that you were torn between the blue and the scenic. So these are going to be those two options for you. Yes, they are. So Angela, I go ahead and I upload everything afterwards. We are up on red as to watch. Yes, so much, you guys. Okay. And then, Michael, those would also actually be the two colors I recommend for you as well. So both are beautiful. It depends on if you want that colorful vibe or a little more simple. of the blue. You can't go wrong with either. This, just so you know, if that makes you, I want you guys to feel confident in that decision. The other thing you could do is get the blue planner and then a Scenic Valley journal. That's another good option right there. When it comes to those, have such a great day, Cindy. You got this. Yeah. You know, if you are, that totally makes sense, Michael. But that is another great option for you, that Scenic Valley journal with that solid blue. That way you get 2 birds, 1 stone. I love the blue. And then I do want to, okay, when it comes to these to-dos right over here, I always use my red Pilot G2 pen. This is creating a sense of urgency. So when it comes to color coding, we are going to be using a little bit of that color theory right there, which red means urgent, a little more important. So think of your to-dos each week as things that have to get done. You cannot carry them over any longer. So I'm just going to highlight this so you know red are our to-dos. And you'll see how this connects even more as we keep going with today's session. So for these to-dos, we're going to start by flipping, in this case, ahead to our important tasks and seeing if there's anything we can add in. So I'm seeing that submit quarterly report is on our important tasks, and that is also due on Friday. So we are going to make sure that that is in our to-do list. So we're just going to write quarterly report. And then you see, this is where that color theory is going to really come in, is that we are going to take this, technically I think it's marigold, and we are going to write quarterly report is due in that red as well. And that way, you know that this has to get done this week. As well as any other tasks that have to get done. So if you need to wrap a present, prep for any classes you have, and I wanted to take a look to see, because our weekly action item is to schedule 3 phone free times with loved ones. Now we have as our people to contact for September, we have 2. We have Marissa and Emily. Now, because this is a Labor Day weekend and people are a little busy, we might push that one, seeing if we can get in touch with either of them next week. So we'll dive into that one as we can. Now we can see here, we have Mom's birthday Wednesday. Amazing. We are going to add that to our to-do as well, just to make sure that we get to call Mom to finalize plan. And then we're just going to also make sure to add in the fact that it is her birthday. Because that brings us to the next thing I like to do, which is to flip to our birthdays to celebrate. And you just want to make sure that if this is a week with anyone's birthday, that you are getting it checked off, so that way you don't forget. So you are going to write Mom's birthday on the 3rd. For that, we're going to use, what color do we want to use? Maybe a little, let's see. Let's do, what color do I want to use? I'm thinking we do the orange because it's only used for our positive affirmations, so it works. And I'm just going to write it up here. Amazing. And then what you're going to do is actually go down to your work reminders and your personal reminders. So here's where you can also flip back, carry over those reminders, things that have to get accomplished at some point, but they're a little less urgent. Now for these, I'm going to be using a green for the work and personal reminders in this case, because they're just those long-term reminders, so it's okay to keep them the same color in this instance. You can choose to do them in different ones. I want it to be a little less overwhelming, I think, this week, because you can already see we have a lot of colors happening, so sometimes it's a little easier to keep them separate or to keep your reminders as one. So these, again, are things that don't have to get done quite yet. I actually take that back. We're going to do our work reminders in a separate color from our personal reminders, because what is really nice is that this is going to be, if that work reminders is green, it actually works with our lives, so it still matches that work color scheme. Okay. And then our personal reminders, those I want to be a separate color. Hey, Jess, happy Labor Day. For these, we are going to use what color should we make these ones? Let's go with this. Pink I'm going to make for personal plans, so I don't want that to be our personal reminders. Meal planning will be gray. Projects, I'm thinking we make gray as well. Purple. That's perfect. Okay. Okay. Next, we are going to go ahead and list out any projects that we're working on. And I'm just going to take a gray color, for that. Just because they're more little like longer term reminders, so I don't want them to be screaming at me. Because if you look at your calendar, I want you to think about how much time you're going to have to dedicate to your projects this week. And maybe it's a little less this week, but maybe you can really focus on them next week. That is a-okay. So you're going to, let's organize your workspace. But then we're going to break that down even further. So we are going to do a full clean, go through any papers that are lying around, and paint the wall. If you have one wall left, Okay, that is how in your projects box you can also work on breaking it down. So workspace is like the room that you're working in, think home office. Amazing. Next, we're just going to go ahead and add in our meals for the week. This is a great way to reduce your decision fatigue. So come Thursday night, you're not dreading it. So Labor Day, I'm sure everyone is doing something with grilling this weekend, whether it was yesterday or today. Or both. Okay. Amazing. Now what we're going to do is we are going to dive into our weeks and really, again, emphasize that color coding. So starting off, I want you to add in any personal plans. So these personal plans, I want it to be in pink. So I'm going to grab a pink highlighter. Wait, I have such a cute idea. You know what we're going to do? We are going to add in our theme on here. And let me show you more specifically. Wait, this is going to be so cute, you guys. Okay. We are going to do it literally in here. So we are going to literally add in a highlighter. Specifically, this one right here. So those mild liners, we are going to draw those in next to the activity. I can't keep that there, though. It's a little, I need more space. But that is what we're going to do. Wait, that's such a cute idea. I love it. Okay. So personal plans, I always like to go back on Sunday and just write in what I did. So I'm going to grab first that Sharpie pen. Wait, I'm kind of obsessed. I love this idea. And I'm going to draw in that mild liner. So what this is doing is this is actually checking off our goal planning. So yes, we are adding in our personal plans, but we are also going to make sure that we are adding in our weekly action item of scheduling in 3 phone-free times with loved ones. So that's when you want to make sure, oh, did I do that yesterday? Yes, you did. So we are going to then draw the little mild liner cap, just like this. And then, perfect. That, and then this. So we are taking color coding to the next level here. It's a little small, but that is a-okay because it doesn't need to be anything too crazy. And then we're just going to color it in the pink. So you're kind of, and then you see how this one here has that color swatch? We are even going to add that in as well. I love this idea, actually, if I do say so myself. And then I'm going to take just a little green here. I mean, gray. Okay. And then you can write in what you did using a pink pen. Oh, this pink pen, actually. And then, hey, Christy. And then go ahead and keep doing that. We're going to draw in a pink mild liner for whenever it is a personal time. And then down here, we're going to do the same thing. You might want to use a ruler if you want it to be perfectly straight, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then just like so. Yep, that looks a little wonky, so next time we're going to use a ruler. That's okay. It's 11 Eastern every Monday, you guys. That is what we do, but you're still here. That's all that matters. I love getting to just say hi to you guys, getting to pop in. It's the best. And then we're just going to match the other one that we just drew. Okay, and then you see how we're already scheduling in 3 phone free times with our loved ones? Oh, no, I know what you meant. You're so good. I just also wanted to remind everyone. And then we're going to do one more, which will be Friday night. Now for this one, I think I'm going to grab a ruler because that last one came out a little wonky. Okay. Wait, amazing. Okay. And then, thank you. I love a back to school theme. I think it's so fun. Are you doing a theme this week, Christy? And then, now that that is done, we are going to go in. Oh, there's actually one more plan that we have. But these are really that. Actually, we're going to do one more pink one because that's going to be any personal plans that we have. And just like this. Perfect. Just like so. Okay. Welcome to Define, Michael. I cannot wait for you to dive into your Define planner. Ooh, all writing in blue pen, but you need some doodles. Blueberries? Spooky did that last week. Blue umbrella. Rain droplets. I love that idea. Scenic notebook. That's amazing. Such a good deal. And then we're just going to write in. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you are going to add in any work, meetings, deadlines. And if you need to, what I want to do next is actually go ahead and schedule in time to work on this quarterly report. When are we going to get our to-dos done? So we are going to take, what color should we do this one? I would say red would be a good choice. We're going to take this one right here, and this is going to be used for any work-specific deadlines in relation to our to-do. So let's see. We're going to use this afternoon to get a little caught up on things. I'm looking at this, seeing Wednesday afternoon is also a good day to get done. Okay, we're going to add this in. So grabbing that ruler, we're going to draw our marigold mild liner. And we are just going to make a list of everything we want to do that Wednesday afternoon. Okay. And what this does is this actually lets us check off our to-dos. So we make sure, okay, these are going to get done, and you can take a deep breath because you have them in your schedule already, so you know when they're getting done. That is a powerful feeling, you guys. Oop. And I forgot one more thing. So you're going to do, I like to do a little check box. And so those are going to be your top to-dos on Wednesday afternoon. Now, we don't need to draw a full pen for the other to-dos, but what we are going to do is just write it in with a check red pen. So wrap the present. And we're going to have time. I think Wednesday night would look in like, you have to look at your calendar and see when's going to be best for you. So if you know, oh, your mom's busy Wednesday morning, you probably won't have time in the afternoon, you're going to give your mom a call on a Wednesday evening. And that right there is going to check off all your to-dos. Now, you're not going to check them off until you actually get them done. A little key point there. And then you're going to take a step back and look at what else you have going on. And if there's anything you would like to add in. So for instance, I know today I wanted to add in an eraser here. So we're going to do this one. Actually, we don't have to have it there. We're going to do an eraser up here. For this box, we're going to make it another color because it's dedicating a different activity that we're working on. Again, we're going to go like this. Oh my gosh, you guys, I forgot our Labor Day sticker. Holy moly cannoli. I was so excited. Sorry, I'm interrupting what we were doing because I needed to make sure I used this sticker today. Labor Day. We have to. Oh my gosh, okay. Now I'm happy. I was going to be so upset if I forgot. And then for this, because it is going to be work related, I am going to make it be a green color. But a different green, so it just looks a little bit different. And you're going to take whatever color you would like for that work color, and you're just going to add in your to-dos as well. Amazing. And then, now that everything's filled out, we are going to go ahead and just add in any more book doodles. And I like to highlight these, the color that we're doing them. So for instance, meal planning, projects, for affirmations, it's going to be an orange, which I don't have out. So we're going to grab this orange. We're going to grab a green. And a purple. Oh, and one more thing I like to do is actually add in the theme that we're doing, which I know it's like obvious, but it's still really fun. So we're just going to write back to school. That's our theme. Amazing. And then we're going to draw an eraser. We have to. It feels wrong if we don't. So I'm going to grab a ruler again. We've learned from our mistakes this week. Grabbing an eraser. Or grabbing in a ruler to make an eraser. It feels very fitting. And then we're going to go just like this. Then we're going to grab, I also forgot to do this on these. Then we're just going to do that same thing over there. And then we're just going to take a blue, a yellow, and a red. And I think that's going to be it for this live, you guys. I love how this looks. I think it came out so cute. I want to make sure, though, if there's any questions, anything that you're still stuck on, that we get to go over it. I love this. It came out so good. Oh, thanks, Leah. That is what this session's all about. It's about learning different techniques, ways you want to go about it. You can also just draw in a paper clip. Yes, absolutely. So we also got ready for September together, but this one right here, so this is going to be that August one. Okay, so on all of your monthlies, you're going to have gratitude, inspirational words, people to contact, places to visit, notes, important tasks, and topics to learn. And then let me just show you the one that we set up, because you will have trackers every month. So you have something to check off every day. And then this is our September monthly calendar as well. And then this is what we had for our weeklies. It is so cute. I love it. Yes, so this is set up. We make sure that it's all designed with such intention. So it's the way that it's going to go is that you will have these accountability trackers every month, giving you things like word of the month, birthdays to celebrate, books to read, movies, TV shows, podcasts, fitness, water tracking, daily routine, mood, budgeting, and favorite moments. And then on your monthlies, just to walk you through it one more time, there's an empowering phrase, 3 I'm grateful fors, an inspirational words box, people to contact, places to visit, notes, important tasks, and topics to learn. And then on the weeklies, you'll have a quote, positive affirmation box, a to-do list, projects, work reminders, personal reminders, and meal planning, as well as that next week's box in the bottom corner. You'll get one free sticker sheet in here as well with that inside back pocket. There's note pages in the back. These lay flat. These are truly remarkable, you guys. That Labor Day sale, today's the last day for it, so make sure you are grabbing your Define Planner at such a great price. Okay. Amazing. Welcome to the Define community. Yes, we do so much here together too. Like, you are never alone on this journey. I even host a book club once a month. In September, we are reading The Lost Bookshop. We are meeting September 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern right here on TikTok Live. So I make sure to check that out. I do so much with you all. Of course. Let me see, what else could I draw here? I draw a paper clip. we're just gonna, so close. Okay. Not just giving paper clip, but I kind of like it. And then we can even draw a little paper coming out of it. Why not? I guess it technically wouldn't look, Why not? And then, let's see. So cute. Last house, you got a question for me? That's what I'm here for. And then, let's see. Oh, next week. What do we have going on next week? Do you remember? No, I did not see it. It must have filtered it. Hey, Rachel. And then we're gonna just, so many in here. Oh, I'm sorry about that. That's always so frustrating. Sometimes if you break it up, it might help. Otherwise, feel free to also reach out to us directly if it's something I can help you with there as well. That way, you don't have to even worry about it. Yeah, last house, I think that they are definitely filtering you. So I will go ahead and just reach out to us directly and I'll take a look at what's going on. Yes, absolutely, Laura. So every day is going to have a morning, afternoon, and evening box. You'll get that quote, a positive affirmation box. There's to-dos, projects, work reminders, personal reminders, and meal planning. And that next week's box right down here. Now, just so you can also see, the way that this is going to go is at the end of every month, you'll have your monthly reflection, which we also fill out together every month. And then just so it's a little more straightforward for you, here are those trackers that we were mentioning. So it'll go your trackers every month, corresponding monthly, and then corresponding weekly pages. Okay, you guys, I'm going to be wrapping up this live for today. I want to thank you all for joining me, but don't you worry. I will be back on tonight to go over everything we have here for you. And make sure you guys are taking advantage of the Labor Day sale. It ends today. It is such an amazing sale happening here on TikTok. And keep navigating today with purpose. Until I see you later, guys. Bye.